says, "Do not sharply rebuke an older man, but rather appeal to him as a father, and to the younger men as brothers, and to the older women as mothers, and to the younger women as sisters, in all purity." Now, this message that he kind of elongates here as to the older men is to be applied to all of these. We are not to sharply rebuke these people in our lives, but rather to appeal to them, to exhort them, to lead them, to guide them in such a way as we would our own family members, in all purity, in all holiness. See, Paul is trying to get us to go about doing things in a certain way. Now, as we go about addressing this in the context of family, I recognize that we all did not grow up in model homes, right? If we did a show of hands to say who grew up with siblings that we got along with and mom and dad were married the whole time growing up and just an example of how a family should be, there's probably not many hands going up in the air, not an overwhelming amount. We're probably used to some messy situations, maybe a little dysfunction. We may not have grown up in the model family that God would desire for us to have, but along the way in adulthood, we come to understand what God desires and what that's supposed to look like. And we attempt to our best ability to model that out for our children and for our grandchildren. So we come to understand what family is meant to be, even if we didn't necessarily grow up in God's design for it. We understand how we're to talk and love and care for one another. Paul's not saying that we don't bring up things, right? Paul's not calling for things that need to be addressed to be let go and forgotten about, but rather that they be addressed in a loving and caring way.